I'm Kate, and I'm building a bamboo bicycle with the Bamboo Bicycle Club. My goal is to cycle it from Costa Rica to Cape Horn, following the spine of the Andes, and then use the adventure story to raise awareness and inspire action on biodiversity loss. People love adventures. They love going on them, and they actually love hearing about them too. So the idea of Adventure Plus is to harness that power of adventure and use that as a communication medium to help raise awareness on some of our most urgent and important environmental challenges.
When Kate approached us, it was really exciting. We get all sorts of people come into the workshop to build bikes, and they've all got their own ideas and their own concepts. And Kate's concept is to create a really sustainable bike and then go on a really interesting journey with it.
If you turn up on your own on a bicycle, perhaps especially as a woman on your own, everybody comes and talks to you. It's a brilliant way of opening up conversations. And I think the bamboo-ness of this bamboo bicycle is going to add an extra dimension to that. I'm really curious to see how that helps facilitate conversations and gets me able to talk to people. The other brilliant thing about bamboo, apart from the fact that it's going to look really different and a little bit wacky, is that it's got a much lower carbon footprint than steel. The whole treatment process is different, much lighter in energy. And finally, what's really, really superb about this bamboo is that it came from the Eden project in Cornwall.
What was really exciting is that we could actually help her work with the Eden project and other UK manufacturers to create a bike that's locally grown and locally built. And that's kind of the first time that it's been done in the UK.
Biodiversity loss is really important. I think often when people think about species extinction, they think about polar bears on shrinking ice or the loss of tigers and so on, the big charismatic megafauna, big sexy animals. And that's tragic that those animals are under threat, obviously. But biodiversity is also the small stuff. It's the stuff that pollinates plants. It's the stuff that gives us fertile soil. It's the stuff that gives us so-called ecosystem services like fresh water and clean air. We literally cannot survive without those ecosystem services. But I think there's another argument too. That's a very human-centered argument, and it's a powerful and it's a really important one. But we coexist on this planet with millions and millions of other species, and those species are entitled to be here as well alongside us. So I think there's a very strong ethical argument as well as a very, very powerful pragmatic and practical argument. So I'm going to be visiting various projects on the route, and those projects are going to be particularly focused on what are people already doing to try to protect biodiversity, and what's working, and what can we learn from that and bring that back to the UK and to Europe more widely. Is it things like wildlife corridors? Is it local rainforest action groups? Is it national legislation on earth rights? So the project's kind of working on two levels, a general awareness raising and a research project about what is there that's out there that's effective and working on biodiversity and that we can bring back and learn from. The distance of the entire journey, well, that will depend a little bit on where the best projects turn out to be, and that's still in the planning stages, but it's going to be somewhere between 5,000 to 6,000 miles in total. I've given myself a year to do this trip, and I leave on December the 6th from France on a cargo ship. So I'm going to be spending 13 days crossing the Atlantic on this cargo ship. So that's a little adventure in itself, I think.